Hello everyone and welcome to the Sprint to the Summit. The Northern Rivers horses are well represented this year. We've got Far Too Easy, has been to 2 Kosciuszkos, he's been placed in both. We've got the Tough Campaigner and Outwits In, a 14 times winner. We've got the Pocket Rocket and Boom Talk has won 7 out of 15, coming off a Group 2 placing. And Tribeca Star, a 4 times winner, the back marker that likes to get back and hit the line hard.
Every day I make my way through the streets of your town.
Now that we've covered the top contenders, let's hear from someone that knows his horse best. Earlier I sat down with Todd Howland to talk about Tanglewood's preparation into the big race. Okay Todd, what did you make of his first up win on the Kenzo?
I thought it was very good. He trialled well going into that. So I was sort of expecting him to do what he did.
Yeah, a young horse, we saw him over the July Carnival win a good race. And you always had like a Kosciuszko, but was it maturing with this horse?
Yeah, it was. And he did a few things silly. And like one time we put the blinkers on him, Josh Parr sort of thought it'd be a good idea just to get him to focus. And he overdid it, and that probably put a blemish on his record. Like he ran no good that day at Randwick. But he's definitely matured a lot, and I think he's still improving, and he's going to be going well.
One on the good, and he's one on the heavy, and that's a couple of boxes he's ticked.
That's right, yeah, he's a really nice horse.
Who have you got in mind to ride him? Never a stay.
Josh Parr, he'll stick with him. Yeah, Josh is keen on him, so he knows him, and great to have him on.
Josh Parr in the Kosciuszko, you'll be on board Tanglewood, and the form's pretty good.
Yeah, certainly is. He's a progressive type of horse who's earned his spot. Todd Howlett's done a fantastic job getting him into the race with a restricted preparation. So he's going to get there nice and fresh. He's an honest horse who seems to be getting better with racing. So I'm excited to be aboard him.
You've won 2 races on him, including that one at Kensington in his last start, which effectively got him a run in this race.
Yeah, correct. That was really nicely placed by Todd, wasn't it? He got him to win on the day of selection of the slot holders. I believe that's his best win to date, and I suggest that he's getting better from that too. So he's still on the rise, so I think he brings an exciting aspect to the race.
He's a man of few words, Toddy, as you would know, but he places his horses so well.
Yeah, certainly is, but an absolute pleasure to ride for. He's a very nice guy, and I think everyone in the room would say the same thing. Just a gentleman to ride for, and I'll be certainly very pleased if I can get the job done for Connections.
Every day I make my way through the streets of your town.
Tommy, the countdown is on towards the Kosciuszko, and you must be excited with Elson Boy, particularly if there are a few clouds about on race day, I reckon.
Yeah, no, he's looking really good. I saw a picture of him the other day, and he's almost looking good as well as you, actually. So a few of the girls might like him as well, eh? But no, look, he's come back in really good order. The trainer's happy, and really pleased to get the ride on him. I obviously won on him at Canberra, and he put a good little strike rate together after that. And he's not going to be top 3 in the market, but he'll be there at the start and pretty close to the finish. It's whether he can get his head in front.
Tell me how that Canberra race, how did that come about that you were over there?
Well, my boss that I worked for on the turf farm while I was disqualified, his name's Graham, and he's from Canberra, actually come by chance, he's where he's exactly from, and he said, do you mind coming up and supporting the club? So me and Sam went up there, and they sort of organised my rides and everything, so I think he got me 3 winners on the day and a couple of seconds, so he did a good job. But so pretty much just Graham Collis asked me to go, and the association started there.
Did you think when you agreed to that you'd end up with a Kosciuszko ride? That's ridiculous, really.
Yeah, it's crazy how things work out, but that's a great thing about racing. It swings and roundabouts, and sometimes you get on the right side of it, sometimes you get on the wrong side, but this time it's worked out really well.
And in terms of the training connection, you guys hadn't had much to do with each other in the past?
No, first time we met each other on the day, and a lovely guy. He's obviously very big in that area, and he's got a great strike rate, so he's very keen on this horse's chances. He was straight on the phone as soon as he got a slot, and we're very pleased to take the ride.
You might have 2 mountains to climb that day.
Oh, that'll be all right. I'm nice and fit.
Every day I make my way through the streets of your town.
Well, James, you must be excited to be on front page, looking to make it a hat-trick, and Kosciuszko, a rare race that you're yet to take out. You must be excited for this year's edition.
Yeah, for sure. It's actually a bit of a funny story behind front page. I was booked from the first year he was ever to compete in it, and I think on the Friday when he was travelling up, he got late scratched due to a float incident. So we hopefully, touch wood, this year we can get to the race and be competitive. But it's obviously big boots to fill, obviously going for 3 in a row. and Tyler's done a marvellous job on him. So yeah, it'd be good to get a result on him.
I had a look back. 8 jockeys over the journey have been on for trials or race day. As yet, you haven't been on officially, but a couple of your brothers-in-law have, and Tyler. Would you swallow the pride and reach out to the brothers-in-law and say, hey, any info on this horse that might be of use to me?
Not the brother-in-law, but I might reach out to Tyler. That's the only bloke I trust out of him.
Right, Geordie, Andrew, no offence taken. In terms of a horse for a race like that, up on speed, make your own luck, probably the best horse on paper in the race too. It must be almost a relief to not have to worry. Map is almost not a factor.
Not really, but this year it seems, well, I've had a quick squiz over it and it seems to be a bit of pace. Compelling Truth springs to mind, but in saying that, he's a serious horse, and he doesn't go up in any weight from last year after winning it. He was sensational in a Galaxy, finishing 0.3 of a length off some of the best sprinters in the land, or just off them anyway. And so his form's impeccable, and he's coming here off with Matty Dale, knows him so well, fresh, and he should be hard to beat.
And one last one on the concept as a whole. How have you seen it growing since Bellflyer won that first edition some 7 or 8 years ago now?
It's gone quick, hasn't it? Yeah, it's grown some legs for sure, and yeah, it's very much a target race for everyone, and yeah, obviously to get a good ride in it, it's going to be a great race to be a part of, and especially on such a big day like it is.
And he's picked up a $2 million race.
Gary Dyson, what a day for you as a slot holder picking Front Page.
It's been a fantastic day. I just can't believe it. It's just so unbelievable.
Go back to that process when you bought your tickets and then when you were alerted to the fact that you'd drawn a slot.
I was very surprised. I found that was very unbelievable as well, because it's one of those things you don't have happen every day. Just so lucky.
And you're from Goulburn, is that why you went for Front Page?
Well, my daughter and son-in-law have Mogo Magic, which is also in the same race. So, he was suggested that I take Front Page, which I'm grateful to for that.
You would have still had to move quickly because plenty of people would have been after it.
Yes, there was, yeah. So, yeah, just so lucky.
Were you the first one to call Matt Dale?
I'm not sure.
But did you do the deal right on the phone there and then?
It was, yes.
So between then and now, you've watched the process unfold, Front Page going to the race first up, so you can't see any form, but you know how good the horse was. How confident were you today?
I was quietly confident. So I knew what happened last year. They did a great race last year, and I was just hoping to repeat of that.
How much did you spend on tickets?
$200.
And just on with yourself, no syndicate, but you're sharing with your wife, obviously.
Of course, yes.
Well, you don't have to tell us what the split was, but you don't have to be a genius to work out that it's very lucrative.
Yes. No, just a normal split.
What are you going to do with the cash?
I don't know yet. Too early to think that far ahead.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
The Kosciuszko is the biggest race for country trained horses in New South Wales or Australia, and I mean that's what everyone's striving to do at the moment as a trainer. To do that with a horse his age and what he's already done, and we can achieve that with him, that'd be a monumental moment when, you know, something that is pretty hard to achieve and it doesn't happen every day. We couldn't be proud of him, what he's done and the way he's going, but I mean, a race such as the Kosciuszko is well within his reach with the form that he's got and the horses he's been racing against it lately. So I mean, it's not, you know, it is a dream, but it's not something that's that's beyond our reach. Geez, it'd be a big day we could win it. As a country trainer and for having a country horse, I mean, there's no bigger race than that in the world for a country horse, and especially in New South Wales. Nothing comes close to it.
At Wits End, the leader 100 metres left the run from Yellow Brick. It's at Wits End, holding on here from Yellow Brick, and at Wits End will hold on. At Wits End is still running on, and Jigsaw is battling away. Fancify joined by At Wits End on the outside. What goes on down can win. Rocketing by, steaming home. At Wits End snatched the lead. At Wits End too good. Flying this horse. At Wits End won the eyeliner.
It's been a bit of a revelation. Come about that he was going to be put online for sale on Bloodstock Auctions. One of the small existing owners in the horse approached me to tell him he was going to be online, and would I be keen to go in him. And as I already knew the horse throughout his career, and I sort of had a look at everything and weighed it up and thought there was still something left in the horse. You know, I mean, if we could sort of just get him going, he'd hopefully win another race in town. Like I said, he's been such a revelation that he's just gone to a different height. And you know, with winning 2 stakes races in Brisbane over the carnival and placing in some others, and I mean, he's done a wonderful job, and he's flown the flag for us, and hopefully we can go to the Kosci. Original small shared owner, he took 50, and another friend of mine took the other half, so it was sort of a 50-50 partnership, and you know, it's best $10,000 spent, so it's been a good result and a good ride. He won at Grafton pretty convincingly his first win for us at his second start. Then we took him to Doomben, and he sat 3 and 4 deep the entire and bloused him, and I thought, geez, this horse is going pretty good. You know, hopefully he could end up a Kosciuszko horse. He's in career best form, and without a doubt, you know, he's probably up the top of the ladder of the horses in country New South Wales. But at his advanced age, they sort of always keep thinking, oh, can he keep doing it? But I mean, he keeps sort of proving them wrong. At Wits End is a genuine Kosciuszko contender with his recent form, which is probably as good as any horse that's contending for the race. And the races he's been winning and level, I think he's well and truly one of the leading contenders. Charlotte's only 5, she's just turned 5, and I mean, she can't get enough of them. I mean, you know, if she wants to be around them and spend time with them, you know, I'll just have her there whenever she wants. Most afternoons I pick her up from school and bring her out to the stables, and she sort of has a little bond with most of the horses. It just reminds me of me growing up and coming around the stables and sort of getting that bond, and then the passion for the racing, and it's more about the love of the horse, and just seeing that in her with the horses it's a good thing.
The upward trajectory of the stable the last 6 to 8 months has been pretty good, but to win a race like the Kosciuszko, you know, that would ultimately hopefully get a lot more owners and better calibre horses in the stable, and sort of increase business. So I mean, it's a win-win for everything.
So what's your final advice to slot holders who are looking for a horse to race for them at Wits End? What do you say?
Don't wait. You know, you won't be disappointed.
Well, the Kosciuszko, Kayla, and it's always a bit of a battle of the regions, isn't it? Down here in the south, we've got 3 runners again. 2 8-year-olds for Maddie Dale, the 2-time defending champ, and a 2-time 4th place getter.
That's exactly right. I like to think we always hold a bit of a strong hand, but we certainly have a few good chances at the moment, and hoping to maybe get another one in. Obviously, Front Page is a deserved favourite and going for his 3rd year in a row. He definitely looks hard to beat again. We are yet to see him trial, but I'm sure Matty Dale will have him on track. He knows how to prepare him well. And Cavalier Charles, who's ran 4th in the Kosciuszko the last 2 years, he would equally know how to prepare him. I did think, interestingly, he's probably a little bit deeper into his prep this year than he has been in previous years. But he has only had 1 run each month in this preparation, so he'll be well prepared. And Creon, the interesting, our youngest horse, and interesting runner that's only had the 2 starts.
So Danny Williams, fresh off a benchmark 66. It was impressive. Do you give him a sneaky puncher's chance?
Well, it's hard to say. I'd like to see what he goes on to do next before he heads into the Kosciuszko. He was very impressive at Goulburn, but he's still got to step up again. But I do think we definitely hold the key again this year.
Let's hope so. It's good to see Cavalier Charles winning that race at Grafton, wasn't it, recently? He won another honest race, but it's really hard to go past Front Page, isn't it, what he's done? They know the secret to him, how to run him fresh. It's fresh as best, as they say, and he's going to be very hard to beat again.
He is, as I said, definitely a deserved favourite. And I thought a few of our favoured runners earlier, the race fell away a little bit with a couple of them obviously going amiss and coming out. So deserved favourite, and he does look hard to beat going into 2024.
What's the tagline? Mick Wallace has got Wester's best. What have we got down
you
here?
have to give
South
me more
is-
time
I know.
to come up with one.
Let's see.
Every day I make my way through the streets of your town.
The Kosciuszko is fast approaching, and Danny, you've been lucky enough to get Creon in. He probably, you have had a lot of contenders, for it. He probably wouldn't have been the top selection. How did it come about him getting chosen?
Kayla, not necessarily. I mean, he's been beating my better performed horses on the track and for some time now. We've always had a very high opinion of him, and he's sort of learning all the time. Obviously, he's not sort of furnished and seasoned as some of the others, but on ability, he's certainly up there. And look, after his win the other day, we were approached to take a horse, and I think personally he's right up there. If he's not this year, certainly next year.
And how's he come on from that Goulburn win?
Yes, incredible actually. I rode him this morning and yesterday, and he's just jumping out of his skin. He's gone to another level since that run, and I would imagine he will again. He's running this Saturday. Ultimately, he's going to get over 1,600 or if not further. He's bred to do that, and he's showing that at home. He's just learning his trade, and by running him in the shorter races, we're just teaching him at the moment because he's got such a high cruising speed that he can sort of ping off that as well.
And have you heard much from the slot holders yet? Obviously, you've spoken to them when they've selected Creon, but have you had much to do with them?
No, not really. John's a private sort of a guy, so we've just left him alone. As we get a bit closer, we'll let John make that move, and we've added him to the communication base, and he can see the updates, so I'm sure he'll take a lot into that, and come race day, be happy to meet him.
Best of luck, Denny.
Well, Belinda, just 3.5 weeks into the running of this year's Kosciuszko, and things are really starting to take shape as far as the field goes.
Absolutely. Not many slots left, but it looks to be a cracker of a race. We have the best of all our country horses all heading to the one spot on October 19, and I can't wait to see how all these form lines match up.
Absolutely. It's a really intriguing race, obviously. Plenty of different form lines. We've got some up-and-coming runners, and then a few old hardheads.
Yes, certainly. I know personally, I'm quite sentimental to the Northern Rivers region. I've done the bulk of my riding up there. I know you've done a lot of riding up there also, and Boom Talk looks the one to beat to me, but I would also love to see At Wits End run a cracking race. He's a 9-year-old now. He's a 14 times winner overall. He's probably the poster child for a hardhead. He's very tough, and I was lucky enough to accompany him on a number of occasions, winning on him early in his career. I won a Casino Cup on him, and he's really gone to another level since arriving in the Danny Bowen yard.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. The horse that I like the way he's tracking is Far Too Easy. He was obviously placed in the race last year. He had a little bit of time off the scene with a few issues. He's had one run back at quality level there at Eagle Farm over 1,000 metres. I thought he did more than enough. He was just poking along home. He'll be all the better for the run over the trip, and he's obviously proven at this grade.
Yes, certainly. He's deserved of a win, isn't he? He's got that brilliant turn of foot, and he should really relish the Randwick Straight.
As we said, plenty of water to go under the bridge, still 3.5 weeks to go, and all the slots aren't filled yet.
No, a couple left to go, so trainers are getting better and better at, I suppose, advertising these horses. They're getting smarter. They're doing a great job at promoting their team. So a couple of slots left, and be interesting to see who makes the field.
Every day I make my way through the streets of your town.
Scarter in front, Gallant Star second, Tribeca Star has peaked on the run as Garter's in front. It's a boil over as Garter and Kayla Nisbet have won the country championship final.
Brett Robb came so close to becoming the first trainer to win this race twice.
Yeah, look, it was a bit nerve-wracking, but look, really happy with the horse. He went really good. Not sure where we're going to go now with him. I was just talking to Sam whether we spell him and bring him back for the Kosciuszko or we push on. He's probably looking for a mile now. Whether we push on and try and win a big dance race or something like that.
He loomed up. I don't know how serious you thought he was a chance at that stage. Continues the good form lines out of the Canberra race.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, look, I think his last 100 was his best. I think he was taking ground off it in the end. So, yeah, look, really happy with the horse, and it's been a really fun weekend.
You got your co-owners here, David Ringland and Kerry O'Keefe. How was that, Kerry?
Oh, it was so exciting. What a great ride. The Joseph O'Brien of New South Wales country, and a great co-owner and a horse that tries his heart out. It's the New Haven Park country has just given me such a lift, mate. What an outstanding concept. We've finished second, but we feel we've won.
It's almost got as much money as him too.
No, it's been a hell of a ride, and to do it with two good blokes is just an added bonus, mate.
David, you had to miss the qualifier. You were overseas, came back for the final, so close.
It was, and I'm sort of half happy that I missed the qualifier when we had all of that issues to get in here, but getting here has been fantastic, And such a thrill to cheer your horse down the straight at Randwick.
This won't be the last horse you two own together, will it?
Oh, no. It's ongoing.
We may even have another one.
Yeah, we're just having so much fun. And to have a Randwick horse with a live chance in a big $1 million race, it's a dream of everybody that buys into a horse, and we've done it.
Great publicity for you again, Brett, as it was last year. Hopefully it'll mean even more clients coming your way.
Oh, hopefully. Have to get David to build me some more boxes.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Greg.
Well, the last time we cited Gallant Star, it was when he ran second to Asgarda in the country championship final. I thought he was excellent on that occasion, and it must be a relief to manage to get a slot in the Kosciuszko coming up.
Definitely. We got two phone calls on the first day, so that took a lot of pressure off. I thought might have been waiting around for a week or two, but we're lucky enough to get a spot on the first day.
He races well fresh. We were speaking off camera that he goes into it without a trial, but goes into the Dubbo sprint as a lead-up run.
Yeah, he's had a couple of jump outs at home. We've got him pretty revved up. We've noticed before his second up form's good. He's won at Randwick over 1200 second up before, so thought we'd try and do the same plan and go into the Kosciuszko second up.
Ticks winner at the track. He's effective on all surfaces. He's obviously the 1200 would be no issue. How's he ticking along compared to previous preparations?
Look, I'm really happy with the horse. I think he's come back a lot better. Just seems a lot sharper this time in. Last time in he took sort of three jump outs and a trial to sort of come to hand, but this time in he's sort of coming to hand really quickly. Just seems a lot more sharper this time, a lot happier, spelled really well, and just seems a lot better at home.
What can you tell me about the slot holders? Know much about them?
Johnny Howard, he picked us. There's only one person that drew the ticket, but look, I've spoken to him a few times. He seems like a bit of a character, and going to be a lot of fun with him and Kerry down there that day, that's for sure.
I was about to touch on that. Obviously, Kerry O'Keefe sold a good plug for the whole experience. So we're promising a big night and a dinner at a restaurant, regardless of where the horse finishes.
Yeah, no, win, lose or draw. We're going out that night and going to have a lot of fun. Kerry actually come out to Dubbo on the weekend just gone, and we went out to dinner and made a bit of a plan. He's got a big night planned, that's for sure.
Good luck. Be good to see this horse put his best foot forward. He's effective at the track, and he certainly deserves a spot in the race, and he's got it.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much.
We have got a very good horse. We're capable of going one better than the country championship. And I'll be booking a high-class restaurant on the Saturday night. If we finish 14th out of 14, we're still going to the restaurant, and it'll be a night to remember, regardless of the result. So get on.